Happy to have you here for our 2020-2021 Awards and International Screening Series with a virtual screening of The Father, the Bulgarian Oscar entry. We'll be doing lots more of these over this long award season, so please be on the lookout for those. And to make sure you're invited to our events, please check out our membership service, TheWrap Pro. We're going to kick off today's event with the trailer to The Father, and then we'll go right into a conversation with the directors and cast. We'll conclude with an audience Q&A, so you can enter your questions in the live chat on the side of the screen. Before I introduce the guests, here's the trailer for The Father.
Това ще е една спирала, по която астралното тяло се изкачва към отвъдното.
Това въпрос направо не ми дава мира. Кой въпрос? Какво искаше да ми каже майка ти?
Мъртвите няма как да се обаждат по телефона на живите.
Случая в Чикаго.
Айде тръгвай, вече, че просто ми омръзнаме този простоти.
Мира.
Бре, виж какво, ако трябва на сила ще влача, разбираш? Аз също си имам свой живот. Татко! Татко! Татко!
Приберете се вкъщи, почакайте го и ако 2-3 дни не се появи, елата отново при нас.
Татко!
Не искам да ме лъжеш.
Аз убих майка ти.
Okay, we're back. I'm very pleased to welcome directors Kristina Grozeva and Petar Valchanov, first AD and co-writer Decho Taralezhkov, and actors Ivan Barnev, Ivan Savov, and Maria Bakalova. Welcome to all of you, and thanks for joining us. Well, Kristina, Peter, let me start with you. What led you to make this movie, to tackle? I mean, we got a sense from the trailer, and I think everybody has the link who's on this. So, what led you to this story?
The real life.
Yes, the real life. There was one real event in our life after the funeral of my mother. Our neighbor came and told us that she received a phone call from my mother, and this real event provoked us to create this story.
Mm-hmm. Right. So how did the story grow from there? I mean, that's a seed, but this goes in some crazy directions from there.
We try to, to cure us somehow with this movie, and we hope to cure the audience in some,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they intended it as a therapeutic kind of experience, both for themselves and for the audience.
Right.
Coming to terms with grief and all these feelings.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I mean, it feels, to me watching it, you can certainly identify with the feelings of grief. You can certainly identify with, a crotchety old man who's set in his ways, who will not listen to anybody. And you can, and you can identify with the way white lies can sort of spiral out of control. But do you feel like this says something specific about Bulgaria as well?
Yes, I mean that the whole story, it's placed in the background and how to say the old places in the story, the locations and the people, the characters are realistic. I mean, they bring the real face of Bulgaria now. So
Yeah. They depict a specific type of Balkan mentality, we could say. It's kind of very typical for the region of the world that we come from.
we'd love to to use the natural places and the natural people and faces.
Right. So, Decho, I know you've worked with Kristina and Petar before.
Yeah.
When you came into this, did you came in and did some writing to begin with, or what was your involvement?
I became part of the project farther on, down the road, because obviously the idea came from this real experience that Petar and Kristina had in their life, and they already had the project for the film developed at an international market, let's say. And then they invited me to take part in it as well, and I was involved on a stage where we were getting into the details of the story, so to speak. But the whole story was already there and was really personal for Petar and Kristina because they went through it really emotionally, and all I could do was just add a little bit of, let's say, salt and pepper.
Right. Yeah. So what were you, for the directors, what were you looking for in the cast? I mean, it's such a wonderful relationship we see between the father and son, and a crazy relationship. But what were you looking for in the actors?
We can start with the mother first.
Yes.
Because yes, we'll start because our film, actually the father, is film dedicated to the mother. So Maria have very special part in the film because
she
you know
represented your mother. Right?
Yes, you know that the mother, it's not physically in the story, and there is only one moment between the son and the mother, very special moment, and for this moment we would happy to work with Maria, and we know at each other from the National Film School, and we know her that she's, I mean, we lead some actor courses in the classes in the National Film School, and we know her talent there, and also because she have very how to say physically connection with the
not only
physically, yes, not only physically, but in spiritual connection with the prototype of the character of the mother, and so yes, it was.
It was great pleasure to work with her.
Yeah.
And
now, at the time that you cast her, did you know she was going to be a big star in Borat by the time your movie came out?
No,
and yes, now is the moment to congratulate her because we see each other now after this period, and to say to her big thanks. And now with the father and the son, we work with them
in our previous films.
films. And maybe Kristina can say about the son, because they have experience from the earlier students.
Yeah, I know Ivan very well, and
Ivan B.
At the first time when we imagine his character, the character of the son, we knew that Ivan will be the son. So his part is written especially for him.
And same is and for the other Ivan, for the father. Of course, if he was with this kind of bear like now, maybe that had changed our mind a little bit. Maybe the film, which call it The Brothers, not the father, but
the leprechaun.
The Crazy Brothers.
Yes, but we know them from the real life.
Or some kind of animated movie.
So, and both of them are brilliant actors. But it was very important that in the real life they have very strong connection. Their friend, maybe Ivan Barnev could share some more about it.
Right.
And
Yeah, if it's my part now to say something.
Yeah, please do.
It was yeah, thank you. It was very strange to play a character that is has a big distance between him and the other character, like our situation, like son and the father, because in the movie the situation is like that they started in a big distance between them. But actually, me and Ivan Savov are very close friends. Actually, we every 2 days maybe we discuss something about the life or the women or the cars or something, or for the theater or for the movies that we watched. And but of course, it's a plus to have a partnership with a man who you know very well, and that you can make that you can Decho, разчитам, извинявай.
Count on.
That може
A man
да
that you can
разчиташ.
count on. Yeah. He was a man that he could count on.
Yes, and because this movie and the way how they work is made on a very improvisation. I mean that, of course, not all the movie, but the scenes how they made it, they made from a lot of improvisation between us. So when I'm sure that my partner, like Ivan, is very real, and that he may return to me the real reaction and real living, it's great.
Mhm. Right. Well, let me turn to Ivan S.
I'm going to have to interpret for him.
Okay, right. I mean, the father-son relationship feels like it has so many years of history behind every sentence. I'm wondering how they work together to to create that sense of history.
Ванка Савов, към тебе е въпроса. Между баща и син изглежда като да има толкова много години история натрупани между тези двама образа. Как работихте, за да изградите това усещане между персонажите?
Ами той Иван преди малко каза, понеже ние сме приятели и нещата се случват много лесно между нас, но Но в основата е това, че всички тия неща, които са се случили между нас двамата, те наистина биха могли единствено да се случат при такъв тип режисьори, които са Пепи и Криси. Защото тази връзка между нас е невъзможна без Пепи и Криси. Не знам, сигурно звучи като някакъв комплимент, но това е, което мога да кажа. Без тях нищо, въобще е нищо, всичко е, не знам. Ти си бил и на терен, много от нещата дори се случват и на терен. Едва ли това ще му е интересно на този човек, нямам представа. Но пробвай да видим, преведи там да видим това му е любопитно.
Okay, aside from what the other Ivan already said, they're so close in real life and they know each other so well and that they can interact that well. Ivan Savov assigns the biggest part of how their characters and the relationship came to be to the directors. He said it may sound as a compliment, but it's actually true that if it was not for them who knew that relationship so well while they were building it up on set, it wouldn't have happened the way it did.
Mm-hmm.
He will have a role in our next film. That's why he
So Maria, how did you get involved, and what were, I mean, you obviously are a presence in the whole film, but we only really see you on a TV screen. So that's you don't have much time, but you have to make a big impact.
I think the movie, so thank you for asking me this. I think the movie actually has a really, really strong, how to say it again, a female message also, because we have two bright characters, one on the phone and one through retrospections, like on pictures and a quick video about her, but they're actually built. And the movie is about how this father is going to live his life without the mother. Is he going to survive? And because of this terrible event that is happening and is going to happen to all of us at some point, unfortunately, he is reconnected to his son, and it is important. Of course, the story is, again, something about the family, and the most important thing, how we should support each other and how we should get back together and be, I don't know, love each other more. So what I knew about the movie, Pepi and Petar Valchanov and Kristina Grozeva has been my only teachers, like real teachers for acting for films. Because in Bulgaria, I was studying in the National Academy for Theater and Film Arts, but we don't have acting for films, like a specialty. So they are actually my real teachers in the life. So I worked with them, and it was my biggest dream to be part of their movies, because they have glory and they have the lesson, which are also incredible Bulgarian movies. And I was praying one day to be part of something that they're going to make. So when they invited me for the casting, for the audition, it was maybe more about, am I going to look physically? Is it going to be like the same temperament about the character? So when I heard back from them that I could be part of it, I was like, Jesus Christ, this is the best day of my life. And yeah, it's been incredible, because they are, for me, giant filmmakers, not only from Bulgaria, not only from Eastern Europe, just in the entire world. And the cast is brilliant. I mean, we have two incredible actors here, and the story is also important because it is based in Bulgaria, but is it about emotions? Is about feelings that we all around the world have. I mean,
Yeah.
Thank you, Maria.
Thank you, Maria.
Thank you.
We are so proud of you.
Did you do it before you did Borat?
Yes, it was before Borat, and I was wearing something. I'm not sure how to translate it in English, but I was wearing one of the uniforms that used to be wore back at the time when there's been communism, socialism, like regime, and it was excited. But it was before Borat, like 10 years ago. Then the father went to Karlovy Vary, won the Grand Prix of Karlovy Vary, and all of the incredible path that happened before now.
Right.
Decho.
Just a second. Yes, Ivane?
Decho.
Да.
Питай го дали този филм го докосна. Не дали му хареса, а дали го докосна.
Ivan S. wants to know, Stephen, that's you. Ivan S. wants to know if the film touched you. Not if you liked it, but whether it touched you.
Yes, it did. I mean, and I want to talk about that because it, you know, the tone of the film is so, you know, it covers such a broad tone. I mean, at first you think it's a comedy, and then there's, you know, there are certainly tragic moments to it, but at the end it's a very moving story about this relationship. So yes, it did touch me. And I wonder for the directors, I mean, what was it like trying to balance those different tones?
Подразбрах нещо.
Okay.
She got the hang of it.
If you want, you can start or I can start. Okay. So every time we'd love to try, you know, to explore and to try to mix these genres, the comedy and the drama. I don't know, it's something that it's in us. And because in the real life, the smile and the sadness are so connected. For example, when in the real life, when after the funeral of my mother, I met our neighbor, yes, and she told me this with the phone and what happened with the phone call, and it was very, how to say, it's very specific feeling. It was from one point something very sad, but from other point was very absurd. And also this mixture, it's very connected also with some other element in the film, the fruit of the queens. You know, it's a fruit that have from one side very sweet taste, but from other very bitter. And
yeah, I agree with you. Every time we try to challenge us to make this mixture, as Petar said, between humor, tragedy. We try to mix these feelings, and this is one of the maybe most interesting moment in our work during the writing and on the set as well.
And of course, after in the editing, you know, we make the final balance with cutting some too funny things, or you know, or some other which are very dramatic.
Yeah, we are not afraid to step on the edge during the shooting period. We are okay to improvise. We try to give freedom to the actors, and after that, during the editing, it's very, very tough, really. Sometimes we are on the edge because it's very difficult to balancing.
Right. Yeah. Well, I want to address this to the two Ivans, which is that there are as a viewer there were times. Oh, we lost one of them. There were times watching it when I got really frustrated with both the father and the son, and thinking, oh, come on. And I wonder, is that fun to play that, or were you frustrated with the characters too?
I'll translate for Значи, докато гледал филма, имало моменти, в които го фаща много яд и на двамата герои, и на бащата, и на сина. им си казва, айде бе, защо сега така правите, нали? И въпросът му е дали вие, докато сте ги играели тия персонажи, и вие самите сте чувствали такъв яд към героите си.
Ванка, пробвай ти първо.
Аз ме изхвърли за малко и мисля, че чух втората половина на... Okay, I can say something like, okay, the difference between me and my character. It was very hard for me to play a character who have to calm down till the end of the movie. And I was discussing with Kristina, I remember, and I say, why? If I'm Ivan Barnev, I will cry, I will fight with him, I don't know. But she all the time, she was saying, no, please calm down, please follow him, please run after him, please speak with him calmly. And after that, when we finished the shootings, I realized that actually with my father, he's still alive now, 84 years is now. And actually, like a son, I don't have problems with him like in the movie, but I never could do that. I mean, with him to say, no, this is the end. Please follow your life. I mean, it's enough for me. No, you have respect for your parents, and you will do everything just to follow them and to lead to close this distance and to be with them. So actually they're right, and I think that it's working a lot. And maybe this is kind of an answer of your question, that sometimes me, when I'm watching now the movie, I say, wow, on the second or third scene, or I don't know, in the 30 minutes of the movie, I say, why he's still like that? Why he doesn't say, please, I'm going to my city, to my home, to my wife, do your life. But no, your son, you're like, you're kissed by the God to be the son of this father, even he's crazy guy. And if you want to be him, to be a son of him, you have to follow him and to make everything what you can to just to turn him around and to be close to him, to be a real son and father.
Right.
Дечо, ще превеждаш ли?
Да, Ванка.
Ами, за мен Иван е пречката, която не ми дава възможност да се извина на жена ми и да й кажа, че я обичам. И затова за мен този филм е за любовта и за това как ние, когато загубим човека до нас, оценяваме какво сме загубили. И понеже той е пречка, то е съвсем нормално по този начин да се движи драматургията. Ако той ми помага, няма да има драматургия.
Okay, so for him, the character of the son is an obstacle. Like, he is the dramatic obstacle that his character has on his way to reconciling with his dead wife, to finding closure. So he could get pissed off at his son, but not at his own character, because for him this is the journey of finding closure. It's a journey about expressing his love for the lost loved one.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I want to go around and ask everybody what for each person what the biggest challenge was on this film, and maybe Maria will start with you. I mean, was there anything in particular that was the most challenging for you?
maybe physically it was challenging because it was boiling hot outside, and I was wearing this super 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 warm clothes. So that was like on the first plan what was challenging. Also, I'm playing in a back at the time where I haven't been born. Like I've been born 20 years later. I have no idea of this time, how people have been talking and this and that. And we did a lot of photos actually that I think we hope to make them emotional, like having real emotions, holding a baby, imagining that I'm a mother when I'm 19, 20 years old at the time when we were shooting. That was probably challenging, but it's great to work with people that are inspiring you and that are opening your there with open minds and let you improvise that the way that they said it, because I haven't had that much of timing at all. I haven't had that much of filming because the story is different. The story is starting like post events, post the funeral. So it's about the father and the son. And isn't it beautiful that at the end of the movie we find out that the son is gonna become a father. So it's incredible.
Yeah. Well, Peter and Kristina, what were the biggest challenges for you?
Okay.
I don't know. Every day on the set is the challenge, is a big challenge for the director. In this particular film, maybe the most challenging was maybe the editing. I'm not sure, but I remember that during the editing period, we were very, how to say, very challenged from the material.
Yes, because there is a lot of good things. And as we told you before, there was a lot of funny elements, a lot of other elements that we have, to somehow to clear and to find the
maybe the moment when we had to cut the funniest moment. But the funniest scene in the film, that was
I think there was a lot
moment.
of challenge. For example, one of the challenging moments was to find a good recipe for a queen's jam. And I remember that we shot maybe one day how the father and the son preparing this queen's jam. But after, on the editing, we decided to keep the sound of the process, because we discovered that this bring more emotion after the end of the story. But there was a lot of challenging. I remember for Ivan Barnev, the challenge moment was when we create to leave his character only with slippers for the
half movie,
a longer part of the film in the forest. And for Maria, we remember that she drank a lot of sweet red blood. This was a big challenge because she was brilliant. We did make a lot of takes with her because she was very, very good. But of course, for some technical moments with the blood, we, ask her, can we make it again? So maybe she drink a lot of this. It was big challenge. And yes, for Ivan Savov,
maybe they.
Yes, maybe they was okay. We give freedom to the actor. Sorry, yes. Okay, so
Right.
Ivan,
Yeah,
could say more about his challenge.
Yeah. Well, Decho,
Yeah.
for you,
For me,
Okay, that's okay.
oh yeah.
go ahead, Ivan.
Go ahead, Ivan.
Зипо, преведи.
No, there's a lag. There's
Yeah, because they just passed me the ball. That's why
Yeah.
I'm okay. Okay. As Maria said, with me, I have the same problem with the clothes because actually in Bulgaria normally during October, beginning of November, it's very cold weather. I mean, cold weather, and I was with a very warm jacket, but maybe only in this year, in I don't know, 10 years, during 10 years, it was the hottest autumn that we had. All the day was sunny and hot, but I just began with this warm jacket, so I had to pass through all the story with this jacket and with these sleepers. We didn't know that we will run through the forest with the sleepers. I will drive the car with the sleepers. It was many things like that. Yes, and
But the only cold day
but
this
the
winter.
biggest challenge was because I knew the story that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The only cold day.
Sorry.
I just want to know that the only cold day this autumn was the day when Ivan Savov had to lay naked in the forest.
So this was his challenge.
Yeah, we finally revealed the truth.
Yes.
Sorry, go on.
By the way, the sleepers were a continuity error and decided to go with it.
I just
There's a lag, like Ivan Budman.
yeah, and just to finish my challenges, because there were a lot that that I have to play in this story that I knew that it has to be kind of drama. I mean tragedy, but actually I knew that we wanted to make it in a comedy way, funny way. So maybe this was the challenge for me, how like that to be not to be on the edge all the time. So this is the only big challenge in all of that story.
Right.
And for Ivan Savov, I can help him also.
Yes, Ivan.
There is the scene with the pumpkins.
Yeah.
With the carriage. It's carriage correctly.
Yeah.
So Decho, you can ask him to share his experience.
Ванка, понеже говорим за най-големите предизвикателства на всеки един от нас по време на снимките на този филм, и Пепи тук ти подсказва да кажеш за сцената с каруцата и стиквите.
С кое?
Каруцата и стиквите.
Ага. Ема ти знаеш много добре, аз какво да разкажа.
Разкажи да как.
Ами какво да разкажа? Първо по сценарий, Дече му припомни, че това трябваше да е кон. И аз ходих 3-4 пъти да язда кон и се оказа, че тая работа не става, защото на този кон трябваше да кача Ванката Бърнев, което ми се стори, че е абсурдно и казаха, вижте, дайте някакво друго решение. И предложиха тази каруца, която тръгна, ти не беше май на снимките. Беше ли, бе?
Да, бе, как?
Тя тръгна въобще на някъде на майка си в газа, две думи, ама това не мога да го преведеш, нали? И стана голям панаир, едва ме заснехме, а в същото време пък стана и много хубава сцена. Така че от минуса успяхме да направим нещо доста интересно. Но по сценарий трябваше да е кон. И като падна коня, стана каруца и то стана по-добре. И киното е такова нещо. Понякога минуса се оказа голям плюс. Пробвай да видим сега, дали ще го преведеш, не знам.
The famous western scene with the carriage. like in the script, the scene was with a horse, not with a carriage. So because Ivan Savov is a renowned horseman, and
Ходих три пъти ходих. Да язда, ама не стана.
he went 3 times to the hippodrome to try out the horses, and he figured out that it would be very, very difficult for him to get Ivan Barnev, like his son, onto the horse as well, and this is just not going to work. So he said, just, I don't care, guys, I'm not going to do it, figure something else out. So they came, like Petar and Kristina came up with the idea that they use this carriage, and it was actually a bit even more, it was the more natural solution for the scene because of the entire situation that it is in, and the way that we shot it was really, really funny for everybody except for maybe the camera person, because once Ivan Savov went onto the carriage, stepped onto the carriage, like the horse just went, he ran off straight into the field, and we all had to react really quickly to the situation. And the scene that you saw in the film was actually the first take, I think, which was the most genuine one in a way. And Ivan just said that oftentimes with film, it's that the things that you're not able to do as they are in the script, but you figure out how to do on set, that make up for the great scenes.
Right.
Yeah.
So before we go to audience questions, let me just ask everybody, what are you doing next? I mean, Petar and Kristina, do you have another movie in the works at this point?
Yeah.
Yes,
Thankfully, yeah.
Yes.
We are working on a new project called Triumph. It's the third part of our trilogy, which are based on true events happened in Bulgarian reality. The film is about a hole, a big hole, which military state decided to dig in the how to say, they believe that they will find something really meaningful for all of us in this hall.
This is an emblematic story for the beginning of Bulgarian democracy after the communist period. A group of military guys and psychics who
lead them.
It's an actual military operation that took place between 1990 and 1992 that we're basing that story on. I'm working with them again.
Okay.
And, it's just a bunch of really high-ranking military people, generals, etc., got together with a couple of psychic ladies and went to this village and started just digging a hole in the ground in search of some great discovery that would change the course of human evolution, and make Bulgaria great again. And we're basing our story on this. It's not going to follow the real characters, but kind of a reimagining of what transpired there, as though it wasn't crazy enough.
Right. Yeah. Ivan B, what's next for you? Are you working on something now?
Oh yeah. Actually, I'm working now because I have to. Yes, I will shoot a movie, Spanish production, that will be situated in Valencia, and because all my lines are actually, I play Bulgarian guy, immigrant, but I play in Spanish language. So now all day I am blah 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 blah. Hola, ¿cómo está? Muchas gracias. Lando. So this so this is what I'm doing now, and after 20 days I have to go. If my PCR test is negative, I will go to Valencia to shoot.
Cross fingers.
Yes, right. So, Maria, what about you? You now that Hollywood has noticed you, what's coming up for you?
I don't know. We will see what is gonna happen. I'm not sure what I'm doing next.
Okay.
Ванка Савов, ти какво ще играеш сега?
Кажи му, че това е края на 19 век. По действителен случай Светли Овчаров ще го снима. И това аз съм специално един заговорник, който искаме да свалиме Фердинанд от власт. Заговора не успява. Такива работи. Утре почва първият снимачен ден.
He actually starts shooting tomorrow. It's a historical movie, end of 19th century, about an attempted military coup against our king back then, and he's playing one of the military people who are who are attempting the coup.
That's why he's with this styling, the mustache.
I didn't recognize him in the beginning of the session, and I thought it's American. So American.
Irish.
Yeah. I wondered if that was the hair that we were seeing here, but yeah. So I think we can open it up to questions from the audience. I think our people are going to put them underneath. Here we go. Another Ivan, thank you for the Q&A. Back in 2014, I think in San Sebastian Film Fest, both directors talked about a news trilogy. The second one was Glory. In what stage are you with the last one?
Yes, it's Triumph. It's that
Triumph.
film.
Yeah.
And we are working now on the next draft of the script. And so we hope to shoot it soon.
Hopefully this year.
Maybe this year.
Who knows?
In the summer.
Yeah.
We are going to start.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Another one from Ivan. I felt this was a father and son relationship in which not necessarily they were trying to find each other. Which do you think would be the strings that pull them together? So I don't know. I guess, what is it that binds the father and son together, do you think, in this film?
Дечо, за мен ли става дума или за вас?
Не. Към режисьорите.
Дечо, да, малко ми помогнеш, защото аз много не се ориентирам във въпроса.
Значи, човека казва, че... I just have to translate. Човека вика, този филм, бащата, не е обязателно за това, че бащата и сина се опитват да намерят пътя към себе си. Какво мислите, че ги събира в филма, в историята? Кое е това, което ги придърпва един към друг?
The mother, of course. I think the mother is the person, the character who drove them and who pulled their strings. And she's, how to say, she make them to find each other.
It's the force of the mother.
Right.
For me, I don't know.
I'm agreeing.
In our
I'm
film,
agreeing.
every can
Have different.
on how to say.
No,
best
if I can. if I can add something, maybe Decho will help me. Мисля, че вярата на героите в семейните ценности, да го кажем. Защото иначе като вярваш в семейството, в това, че някакси...
Ivan B thinks that it's their common, let's say, belief in family values, like in the value of family that keeps them together and pulls them towards each other.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think we have time for one more audience question. What has been challenging and or rewarding about the awards season process?
Well, we're kind of in the beginning of it.
Mm-hmm.
If you mean the American award season.
Yeah.
Right. Разбира се въпрос.
Какво е най-предизвикателното в този сезон американски, за Оскарите? В цялото това нещо? To collect money.
Ами, че все още има филми, които дадат награждаване.
Yes, the whole situation, I think it's a big challenge. In this situation, I mean, to try to...
Yeah, with COVID and everything.
Yeah, it's challenging for everyone anyway.
Yeah.
Figuring out what to do, how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also, I mean, for us, as you know, coming from Bulgaria, we're not a very rich country, so you know, finding ways to promote our films is also a challenge sometimes.
Yeah, right. Well, we're happy that you brought your film to us and took part in this Q&A. I think that's a good place to wrap it up. So thank you all for being part of this. Thanks to everybody who's watching, and please come to our future screenings virtually and check out our free trial subscription to Wrap Pro. So thanks very much, everyone.